out. If you would just be kind enough to just stay on with us, because I also want to get in our other guest, a cybersecurity expert, Jiten Jain. He's joining me here in the studio. And we also have Hemraj Rajput. He's the DCP of Cybercrime also now joining us, because the other part of the show we want to now focus on how do we crack this nexus and what happens from here on. Jiten, good to have you on the show with us. Hemraj, good to have you on the show with us as well. Jiten, let me begin with you first. If you heard the story that we just heard from the victims, this is just one of those stories. What he said initially is very, very interesting and crucial. He's saying that when you look at the interface of these apps, these are fake fintech companies, but there are no red flags. They look like just any other app. They're available on Play Store. You download them, and that's where the harassment begins. So how does one then even identify where the problem is? Because even if I open the Play Store and if I see an app and I don't see anything suspecting, I could be the next target as well.
Look, Riddhima, you don't have to identify whether it is genuine and fake, because these are all 100% fake. Anybody who's promising you to just give you a loan without any surety guarantee just by giving your Aadhaar card and ID documents are all fake. And the modus begins by you get these fake marketing SMSs from some random databases that you can get 20,000, 30,000 rupees instantly within 5 minutes by giving your Aadhaar card. And they're targeting, youngsters who are between 18 to 26, 27, who are college going, who need money for college life, who has less money. And initially, the interest rate, what I promise is like 25% in a month. But once you get the money, immediately 20% money goes as processing fee. So if you take a loan of 10,000 rupees, you get 8,000 rupees. And from that very moment, this vicious cycle of endless trauma starts. Interest rates, some apps have even charged 200% for 3 months. I mean, if you don't pay on time, the interest rate doubles. And then if you don't pay, they send random vulgar, absolutely ridiculous messages to all your family, all your friends. This is a scam number one. Now, there is a bigger thing at play over here.
Okay, Jiten, I'll just pause you. One second, Jiten, I'll just pause you here, because as I said, this is very crucial for our viewers. When I started the show, as I said, some of these email IDs of people who are running these fintech companies and apps have been traced back to China, Hong Kong and Macau. So talk to us about the modus operandi. How do they ensure that they don't come under the scanner anywhere for these apps to be brought down?
No, see, the amounts which are distributed as loan is 50,000 rupees, 60,000, 10,000, 20,000. They are not giving 20 lakhs or 15 lakh rupees loans. Idea is to stay below the radar and make the volume of transactions and victims very high. Second, Chinese citizens have made fake ID cards, Aadhaar cards as Indian citizens, and they are most of the time proxy directors in the companies, and at times they themselves are the directors. But 80% of these fake loan scams, which are acting as small fintech companies, are all in a way proxily managed by Chinese citizens, and the scam is much bigger. It's not about thousands of crores which have been like laundered by these apps. All the apps which you download on your mobile phone also act as a malware. So they steal all your personal photographs, data, contact books. Moment you decide not to pay, and even if you pay, at times you've been blackmailed by using personal photographs. People have been driven to commit suicide.
As I pointed out,
even when you have paid the loans, even when you paid the loans,
2 months. But Jiten, I'll request you to stay on with us, because this is also a crucial point for us to talk about. What are the options as far as these victims and their families are concerned? Hemraj Rajput, I want to bring you in here. As we were hearing from our victim earlier on the show, approached police officials, but till now, none of them have been nabbed, and there is no way of recovering that money. What can victims do in a scenario like this?
Yeah, rightly said. Actually, Mumbai Cyber Crime Branch has so far arrested 14 persons throughout the India from different locations, and we are able to identify more than 350 such shell companies or fake companies which were operating these fake loan or online fraudulent loan apps. So in these companies, so far we have freezed more than 14 crores of rupees. Along with that, more than 10 crypto wallets also have been identified, and in these wallets 7 crore plus of amount of these currency has been freezed by Mumbai police. So in these cases so far we are able to nab the structure of these fraudulent loan app companies and the modus operandi of these companies. So what we would like to suggest rather advise the civilians that they should be stay away from all these instant loan app kind of a things, and because they are not only using their money, but they are also using their data also.
Correct. And that's where the big problem is, as our victim was also pointing out. These scammers approach their colleagues, their family members, they morph their pictures, and then they start harassing them. I quickly want to go back to our victim as well. As you were pointing out to us that when you saw the interface of the app, there were no red flags for you. Then when all your information was given to them also, at that point also there were no red flags for you. When did you start realizing that something is wrong and possibly you were being scammed?
Actually, when I came to know, it was actually I missed my payment. I missed one of my payment, which crossed the due date.
Okay.
So on the 8th day, when I got a call, when I answered the call, so the person, he started abusing me, he started threatening me. So at that time I realized that there is something wrong with this application. Then I started searching in YouTube. What are the loan app scams? Are they legal or not? So then later on I came to know that this all are scams and all. So after that, when I paid a lot of money and I didn't had any much more money to pay them back. So that is the reason I approached BKC Cyber Cell for a help, and they helped me a lot.
Okay, that's very good to know. We need to have the support of officials. But Jiten, I want to